Ever pondered the possibility of a 300% return on investing in wine instead of the stock market? This might sound like a tall tale, but believe it or not, the intriguing world of wine investment is real and it's booming. Wine investment is a unique venture that combines the appreciation of fine vintages with the thrill of financial speculation. It's an alternative investment strategy that's been gaining momentum for the past few decades, offering returns that often outshine those of traditional investment avenues. This isn't just about stashing away bottles in a cellar and hoping they'll appreciate over time. It's about understanding the market, knowing the producers, the vintages, the critics' ratings, and the global demand. And yes, the returns can be impressive. Some savvy investors have seen their portfolios grow threefold in just a handful of years. So, you may be wondering, is there anyone who has actually made a fortune from wine investment? Consider the tale of Mr. John Doe, a savvy investor who turned his passion for wine into a profitable venture. John's journey into the intriguing world of wine investment began quite like any other, with an initial interest in wines. He was always a man of refined tastes, and the complex, nuanced world of wines intrigued him. John started off as an enthusiast, learning about the different grape varieties, wine regions, and the art of wine tasting. Over time, his curiosity evolved into a deep appreciation for wines, and he began to see the potential in it, not just as a connoisseur, but as an investor. John took the plunge and made his first investment, a small but well-thought-out collection of fine wines from renowned vineyards across the globe. He didn't have a fortune to start with, but he had done his homework, knew his wines, and was willing to take a calculated risk. As time went on, John's portfolio grew, both in volume and value. He was patient, he was discerning, and above all, he was passionate. He didn't just invest in any wine, he invested in wines with a story, a legacy, a potential to appreciate over time. He was not just buying wine, he was investing in a piece of history, a work of art that would only get better with age. And boy, did his strategy pay off. The returns were slow at first, but they started to multiply as the years rolled by. His initial investment appreciated by a whopping 300%. Yes, you heard it right, a 300% return on investment. His passion for wine had indeed turned into a fruitful venture. John Doe's story is a testament to the lucrative potential of wine investment. But how can you get started? The key to successful wine investment lies in knowledge, patience, and a good nose for quality. Now, let's uncork the bottle on this one. When it comes to investing in wine, there are a few vital factors you need to consider. First off, the type of wine. Not all wines are created equal, and not all wines age like a fine, wine. Some wines are made to be enjoyed young, while others gain value as they mature. It's essential to understand the difference and invest accordingly. The next factor to consider is the vineyard's reputation, like the brand of a luxury car or the status of a blue-chip company. The reputation of the vineyard can greatly influence the value of the wine. Renowned vineyards with a history of producing top-quality wines are more likely to yield a handsome return on investment. Now, the wine's age is also a key consideration. Contrary to popular belief, not all wines get better with age. Some wines reach their peak after just a few years, while others need decades to fully develop their flavors and complexity. Again, knowledge is power here. Now let's move on to the importance of research. Just as you wouldn't buy a car without checking its history, you shouldn't invest in wine without doing your due diligence. Research the market trends, the wine's provenance, and the potential for growth. This will help you avoid costly mistakes and ensure a more fruitful investment. And finally, patience. Wine investment is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term game that requires patience and foresight. The value of your wine may not increase overnight, but with time and the right conditions, it can yield a significant return. So there you have it. The key to successful wine investment isn't a secret recipe. It's about having the right knowledge, the patience to wait for your investment to mature, and a discerning palate to choose quality wines. With careful planning and a discerning palate, you too can reap the benefits of wine investment. So, are you ready to uncork the potential of wine investment? Let's take a moment to swirl around the key points we've discussed today. We've seen how wine investment can offer returns as high as 300%, outperforming traditional stock market investments. We've walked through the success story of John Doe, who turned his passion for wine into a profitable venture. Remember, it's not just about enjoying a good glass of wine, it's about understanding the market, knowing when to buy and when to sell. We've also touched on the key factors to consider when investing in wine. From the importance of provenance and storage conditions to understanding market trends and the reputation of the wine producer. As with any investment, there are risks involved, but armed with the right knowledge, a discerning palate, and a bit of patience, you could be toasting to your own success story. Cheers to your future in wine investment.